Já me tinham ouvido hoje? Não. Ok, terceira sessão da tarde. Agora vamos ficar aqui com o Emad. Portanto, eu agora vou fazer switch to English. So, Emad, a little presentation of you. I did the homework, but still, let's cross fingers. So, Emad has over a decade about SEO, right? And nowadays, he's working a lot of AI and machine learning to try to bring different technologies regarding the context of the presentation. So, we'll have Emad talking about SEO, a very hot topic. So, Emad, thank you so much. Have a great session.
Thank you so much. Actually, I'm so excited to have you today. It's the first time to present in English, okay? And yeah, this is not my first language. So today I will talk about a difficult topic for SEO specialists. Do you have SEO here? SEO? Okay, great. And for sure, we have developers too, right? Developers? Okay. Yeah. Okay, because we are fighting together all the day. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the title is too long. Implementing SEO-friendly Headless WordPress architecture. Okay, so let's start. Our agenda today, we're talking about the benefits of headless in WordPress and the challenge. We have a lot of a challenge in headless for sure. We are talking about how server-side rendering and client-side rendering, how it works with browser, and the benefits of headless website for SEO, and the strategy of SEO, talking about site structure and friendly URL, and structured data for HSNet for sure. And finally, we have question and answer. Okay. It's not updated, by the way. Okay, let's skip that. I was working for WBM UDev as a SEO lead, and now doing SEO consultation. Okay, let's skip this part. Okay, we need to understand first the headless WordPress, but let me explain the traditional CMS, and everyone know what is traditional, especially the SEO. If we need to create a website, we just have a hosting and install a WordPress version and buy theme, install a theme plugins and SEO plugins, and that's it. The website is ready. This is called the traditional website. Okay, like a pizza, you have ready-made pizza. Okay, you can't custom the ingredients. You can't order, for example, cherry tomato for the pizza, even you don't like other stuff pizza. So what the difference in headless? In headless, everything in another place, like the content, the code, and design. Also, there's a lot of benefits. You can distribute the content to a lot of devices, like mobile application, the laptops, a smartwatch, whatever. So here we have a separated content, separated code, separated design, everyone working standalone. And actually different here, the comparison between traditional and headless. For example, in traditional, we have a content and CMS backend with a code and plugin and database. And like what I said, you have a hosting, install themes, the plugins, the site is working. In headless, we have a different content API that pushing data to the website and the app through the code front-end templates to the user. We have actually a lot of a challenge here because the SEO, majority of SEO, doing a lot of stuff for headless, but they can't see the title or meta description, all of this stuff. So we have two challenges actually for headless, the limit crawling and indexing and rendering issue. And actually the rendering issue is the main issue for headless. Let's start with client-side rendering, CSR. I will explain step by step what will happen in client-side, the user request website. And for example, let's say this website connected to CDN like Cloudflare, and Cloudflare serve HTML with JavaScript links, okay? Then the browser download HTML, and then the browser download JavaScript, and JavaScript then executed the API started call the data, okay? And they call the data, still the website not appearing to the user, by the way. So the data coming from the API, okay, and the page is ready for interactive. So what the browsing doing, okay, or how the browser engine work with client-side rendering. The server sending HTML to browser and the page is still loading, not appear to user. Then the browser download JavaScript and still the page is not appearing to user. And finally, the JavaScript modern technology like React, Angular, or Next.js execute and still the page is not loading. Finally, the page appearing after all of these steps. That happen only for client-side rendering. The difference in server-side rendering, the user requests a website, and the server sending pre-rendering HTML, which ready to browser, okay, and the browser is still not showing the website. Starting download JavaScript, but here the website and page appear to user. So the user can interact, okay, and for example, the event of Google Analytics 4 can be recorded here, okay, so no delay in events. Then the browser executes JavaScript framework, okay, and after that, everything is working and everything is executed and the page is loading normally without any issue. How browser engine work with the server-side rendering? The server sending pre-rendering HTML, which are ready for user, and for Google crawler. Because in client-side rendering, we sending empty HTML with a JavaScript file. So the crawler here consider this is an empty page. So I will not crawl empty page. Here, we downloaded, sorry, we downloaded the JavaScript, okay, and the page start showing to user, even the JavaScript model technology, whatever, for example, React, executed, still the page appeared to user and the crawler for sure. So these are steps for browser engine. Okay, let's talk about strategy. My advice on my strategy, I would say we need to use a server-side rendering, okay, that deliver pre-rendering HTML. And this version of HTML will display to user and the browser. So the crawler now can understand the page and the content in the page and the user as well. So this is dynamic rendering, which explaining the server sending data to browser and the crawler. For the browser, sending initial HTML with JavaScript, and for crawlers, sending initial HTML, JavaScript rendering, and static HTML to crawler. So crawler now can understand the page and understand the content. Okay, there is a lot of benefits for sure for headless. One of benefits, it's a cool Web Vitals, the performance for sure. I'm so sorry, this is not updated FID. So Google replaced FID with IMP last month, or perhaps, yeah, last month. So one of most factor important to SEO, the performance of page. So we need to have a great performance, okay? So most of SEO and developers focusing on Core Web Vital. This is one of most important factors. Then the developer are free to use any modern technology. Someone like React, someone choose Next.js or Angular. So here you are free to choose any one of JS JavaScript library. Sorry, can I drink? Sorry. Okay, and security, because everything is separated. So the back end is a standalone, so no one can access back end. So you can doing everything in the front end for the content, everything is separated, and the website is secure. Okay, what's the best practice for the headless? Sorry, desculpa. The link structure. Sometimes we have websites with not flat architecture, okay? So we have a lot of orphan pages, and the orphan pages cannot be crawled. So we should make sure our website is flatted structure, and the crawler can access all pages, and all pages are connected to each other. This is different between the context links as an internal link and the link structure of the website. So here another reason. Sometimes we have a website, for example, with a lot of pages for sure. So for consider, here we are in the homepage. Okay, so here we are in the homepage. Then let's say it is an e-commerce website, and we are on homepage. Then we are going to electronics, then mobile device, and the brand of device, let's say Apple, and here is the product. Okay, so no more steps needed. Okay, because the crawlers and Google spiders actually can't crawl more than 4 steps without the homepage. Okay, so this is important to not make the links more deeper. Yeah, this is the best practice if we need it, because sometimes we have a homepage, category, subcategory, subcategory, and product. It's not the most important for us to have a 3 or 4 maximum deep link. Okay. What's the best practice for headless? For sure, today Mia talked about structured data for each snippet. Okay, so this is very important because it's something attractive for the user who are searching in Google. Okay, it's a pair with a different type, and now we have a new version of rich snippet. Okay, then you know that the rich snippet, it's like HTML code that implemented into the page. If we have a plugin like rank math, we can, in a pro version, for example, or free version, some schema markup are available in the free version, and the other in the pro version. For example, I'm not promoting the plugin, by the way, but I see there is a lot of features on this plugin. So in pro version, we have custom rich snippet, or we have ready rich snippet. We can fill the data and apply it to the page. Product page, whatever the type of schema. Last thing, the friendly URL. And the friendly URL is one of most important thing, because sometimes I'm confused with a long URL that contain a lot of parameter. Okay, don't know why. So Google like the clear, the clean URL and short URL. So, in my opinion, you need to correct that for the new website. If you have existing website, don't do that. Okay, if you have existing website and you make any change in the URL, you will decrease the indexing page. Okay, and we lost. So this is a recommendation only for the new website. Okay, even in migration, we are migrating the same link. Okay, so this is one of my advice. Thank you so much. I finished early. Yes, there is a lot of questions for sure.
Questions?
Hello, thank you very much for presentation. I have a question regarding redirections. How are they influence SEO? Many redirections or few, or just, can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, we have as 301 redirects and 302, the permanent and temporary. Okay, let's say we have example of pages. How many number of pages you are talking about? A view number, huge number? 5? It's okay. For example, we can make a redirect permanent according to the topic. If we have outdated content and can be updated, we can update. If we can't update the content, we can create a permanent redirect 301 to another topic or related topic. Okay. For example, sometimes the people have a seasonal product in e-commerce. Okay, for the summer, for example, and the product is out of stock because let's say we are in the spring now. Okay, so sometimes they recommend to make a redirect 302 temporary redirect to related product. Okay, and some SEO recommend for 10, that which means that content is deleted. So in my opinion, if you have another topic, you can make a redirect if we have a 5 pages only. If we have a huge number, you need to study the weight of the page, it's indexed or not. So we need to like make some research about the pages are indexed or not. Okay, if not indexing, okay, and sometimes we can give no follow index in the head. Okay, sometimes we are doing that without redirect. So according to situation, according to the website industry, we can decide we can make a redirect permanent or temporary, or just make a no follow tag for the page to de-indexing. Yeah.
More?
Thank you for the presentation. With more and more websites behind a proxy like Cloudflare,
Yep.
How advisable would it be to have a headless implementation, knowingly that a proxy like so is in between server side and the client's device?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because sometimes when we are enable Cloudflare, and sometimes for some reason we are enable fighting port, and the URL getting de-indexing because it gives 403 error. Okay, so you need to take care before enabling this in headless or traditional, because it will affect the page. Yep.
More?
George.
Hi there.
Hi.
Thanks for the talk.
Thank you so much.
In one of the last slides, you mentioned you recommended using short URLs,
Yep.
short links.
Yes.
Does that mean that you wouldn't advise to use the WordPress permalink that includes the year and the month?
I recommend to use the WordPress permalink to edit the URL as per needs, and sometimes we are editing the URL according to keywords. Sometimes we, not sometimes, always we are putting the keyword in the URL. Okay, even some experts say it's not a ranking factor or not important, but my opinion it's important. It's my opinion.
But you have the option to remove the date because it can include
Yeah, for
automatically
sure.
the date.
I recommend it to don't mention the date in URL. It's not good, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
So we should,
You should
remove the date.
Yes, yes. But for existing websites, you need to take care before doing this because you will change the URL completely, and that will affect an indexing. So I don't recommend to put the date in URL. It's not recommended.
Okay, good. Thank you.
What about when you're dealing with a blog and you have the URL category / the actual post? Do you keep the category in, or do you take that out to keep the URL shorter?
Yeah, I'm keeping a category because it need be clear. Okay, I recommend for sure. I need the short URL, but I need category to explain these subcategory are coming from the parent category, the name of parent category. So I recommend it to have the category in URL for sure. Category is product, yes. Yep.
More?
Hello.
Hello, Melia.
Hi. It's actually a continuation from the first question. I was wondering, like, we generally work with e-commerce websites, so there's about 7,000-8,000 pages, and sometimes the link structure is very illogical. So the product is product / EAN number, or the category is like super long form. Do you think we should redirect everything, or
No,
do you think we
no.
should just keep it?
No, just keeping for sure. You are talking about huge number of pages.
Yeah.
It's not good to make a redirect for a huge number.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have a view number of pages. Okay, because let's say we have 7,000 pages and we have only 5,000 already indexed in Google. Okay, so you will affect the pages that indexed in Google by making redirects. Every page was redirect, so Google will decrease the impression for sure.
Yeah.
And will decrease the indexing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
What if you migrating website from one CMS to another, for instance, from Joomla to WordPress, and Joomla has one structural links and WordPress different links, and links became broken, and for instance, I have 1,000 redirections. How will that work? Thank you.
Yeah, this is a very great question because we have a checklist before doing any migration. Okay, because after migration, we need to make sure Google will not decrease number. But for some reason, it's happened when you are migrate from Joomla, for example, to WordPress. And it's depend on the technology we're using. Are we migrate to headless or traditional? So I know the URL can be custom. Okay, so we can custom URL in the new version, so and everything go fine. This is one of solutions. There is a lot of solution, but I recommend to do something to have the same structure of the links. Okay, you don't need to change the links even when I migrate. And for me, I recommend to take care, for example, about the core vital, the page speed performance, all of these factors. And when you have the weight of that factor, you can doing other stuff like you're changing not all URL, but a view of them to another new URL or a new URL. Yep.
More? No? I have one.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are your thoughts regarding using a pre-render solution like prerender.io for client-side server pages, rendered pages?
Okay, I'm not a developer, by the way, I'm SEO. But it's a long topic, actually. It's because the AI, it will affect the SEO nowadays, for sure. And we don't know the future of search engine optimization after Google doing a lot of stuff regarding the AI. So I feel it's not good for some reason, okay, because it will affect an SEO, and especially when Google applying GDPR next year, okay, and consent version 2. So there is a lot of stuff regarding to the AI. So it's a very long topic, okay, and we don't know what the future for that, okay. Maybe it will affect, maybe no, we don't know.
Another one?
Hi, great talk.
Thank you.
So WooCommerce changed the website to Who, and something gone wrong, and they revert back. What's your opinion about that? What do you think did wrong, and what they have could done better on that?
Okay, so you're doing something, okay, and you revert it again, okay. Like we have a website, let's say in Google Search Console, and we migrate to another domain. Then we told Google we are back again. We'll like the old place. I think there is, if we change anything, for example, if you remove, for example, data structure, if you make anything in on-page optimization, like you remove the title, meta description, keyword, the robots, meta, like indexing, follow, all of this stuff. If you're doing that, for sure you will lose number of indexing. If you didn't, everything is working fine.
More? Last one?
Hello, thank you for this nice talk. For a last question, a personal question. Regarding plugins for SEO, which one do you use and why?
In the past, I was used for many years, okay, but now I'm using RankMax. There is other RankMax, yes, for sure, and I tried other, even I work in a company providing SEO plugin, but I prefer RankMax because all of feature in the one plugin, okay, and not expensive. You can control everything. If you don't have knowledge, for example, the basics or starter guides in SEO, they can do anything by RankMax, by editing robots.txt, makes the page index. If you like, for example, to make a page no index, okay, you will go to and check no index, and the page you will not index. It's easy for everyone. So I'm using RankMax, okay, and I found a lot of features. I'm not using AI content or the other add-on on this plugin, but my opinion, RankMax is the best one for me.
Emad, thank you so much.
Thank you.